Okay, hi everybody. Today I'm here to present you guys about one of our coursework for the subject DPP 593, International Financial Management. First, let me introduce you guys my group members. First of all, it will be Lashini, matrix number 1005. Next, Tanisha, matrix number 1017. Vaishnavi, matrix number 1021. Kirtana, matrix number 1024, and myself, matrix number 1080. So, moving into our topic for today, I'm going to present you guys about a multinational company which is IKEA. I know there's a lot of people, you guys already know about IKEA, but also let me give you some better understandings about this MNC. It is a company which was founded in 1943 by a 17-year-old boy in Sweden. The headquarters is located at Dutch, Netherlands. Multinational corporation that designs and sells ready-to-assemble furniture, kitchen appliances, and home accessories, among other goods and home services. IKEA has been the world's largest furniture retailer since 2008. Inca Holding BW, based in the Netherlands, which currently owns the IKEA Group, which takes care of the centers, retails, customer fulfillment, and all other services related to IKEA. So let's move on with the topic. I would like to call upon my next presenter to move on with the presentation.
Hello, my name is Tanisha and my matrix number is 08PI19F1017. So I'm going to talk about the financial risk that faced by IKEA. Number 1, political risk. The market, political and supply chain risk could all eventually lead to financial risk to IKEA. Political decisions in India such as increasing corporate taxes or setting a minimum wage for workers in the future could lead to the decrease in profit for the firm. Supply chain issues could lead to lack of supply leading to losses in revenue as the demand is not met. Indian economy could be impacted due to the current European debt crisis getting worse, causing decrease in exports and which will impact the business and people's lifestyle, which could affect sales. IKEA may need net working capital, need to balance its cash flow in India. This will require a short-term loan if the initial investment does not cover it. Interest rate fluctuations will impact the terms of the loan payment. Payment in India will be done in rupees but will need to exchange to euros. Currency fluctuations in the market will also impact revenue for IKEA, but this can be resolved with currency hedging activities. Okay, the second one is market risk. Okay, considering that IKEA's range of products is very different from the traditional Indian style of furniture, there is a risk that consumers in India may not adopt the Scandinavian designs. Thus, IKEA will carry out an exhaustive market survey to identify what the average consumers taste. Another important concern is related to product differentiation. IKEA retains the same designs throughout the world with a few exceptions. Although the strategy has worked in IKEA's favor in other markets, the current Indian furniture market consists of small manufacturers who work for on made-to-order basis. Thus, there is a slight risk that some consumers may not prefer owning furniture that is standardized. However, due to the low price and same-day delivery service offered by IKEA, the consumers may adopt IKEA furniture. Okay, for service, IKEA involves the consumer in its value chain by expecting them to transport their own furniture. However, the Indian consumer is not accustomed to this and may hesitate to adopt IKEA. Thus, IKEA can provide a same-day delivery service to consumers to attract them and mitigate this risk. Competitors. It can be argued that IKEA may face certain barriers to entry that arise from experience curve effects that give incumbents a cost advantage because they have learned how to do things more efficiently. This will require IKEA to carry out a complete due diligence before they open their stores and start carrying out business. Also, with time, they will be able to learn more about the market and what strategies works better. For branding, in the case of marketing, local firms have a very good knowledge about the culture and may be more successful in attracting customers' attention. This is not a major concern for IKEA because they can hire the local managers and graduates who will help them to understand the consumer's background before implementing their plans. Okay, the third one is supply chain risk. In order to establish a long-term competitive advantage, a strong relationship with local supplier is crucial. One could argue that as a foreign investor, IKEA lacked the understanding of culture to develop a relationship with local suppliers. Moreover, the current incumbents are likely to create a strong foothold with those suppliers to increase entry barriers. However, IKEA can mitigate this risk by providing competitive price to the suppliers. Also, the international brand image of IKEA can attract suppliers since they provide a long-term security. Transportation infrastructure is is undeveloped and inefficient. Lanes and load capacity are often lower than actual communal demand, causing severe congestion, especially in urban region of India. This unreliable service would affect IKEA's ability to distribute its goods from its distribution centers. Okay, the last one is financial risk. It is possible that political regulation in India may change over time and in some cases in favor of local competitor. In situations where Indian government is willing to promote local competition, higher corporate tax or tariff could be placed upon foreign organization, halting IKEA competitiveness in India market. Although this is not very likely, it is an important consideration for IKEA.
Thanks to the previous presenter. Okay, before I begin with my presentation, let me introduce myself. I am Blashni Tamai Silvan and my metric number is 1005. Okay, now I am going to present about the ethical risk regarding financial risk. First of all, scam. A scam is a term used to describe any fraudulent business or scheme that takes money or other goods for an unsuspicious person. Okay, there are few types of scam, which is phishing, wishing, investment scam, pension scam, advanced fee fraud, safe account scam, and loan fee fraud. Okay, what is phishing? Phishing is an email scam where you appear to get a message from legitimate sources such as bank, HRMC, PayPal, Apple, or Amazon. While what is wishing? This is a phone call where the scammer pretend to be from bank, a building society, or even a government agency. Next is investment scam. This is generally a phone-based scam, although you might be targeted in their ways such as email or people coming to your houses. And then pension scam. Since the pension freedom were introduced in 2015, retirees are able to access large sums of money from pension pots. And then advanced fee fraud. This is another kind of email scam and probably the most well-known. You get an email from ex-ministers or from a royal family, often from a country in Africa. They will usually ask to use your bank account to deposit a large sum of money so they can get off the country and offers to pay you a fee. And then a safe account scam. You will be contacted usually on a phone by someone claiming to be from your bank. They will say your account has been compromised in some way and encourage you to transfer all your money from your bank to a safe account. While the last one will be a loan-free fraud. If you are searching for a loan online, you might be contacted by a fraudster offering you a loan directly. You will be asked to pay an upfront fee to receive the loan, but the money will never be sent to you. Followed by bribery, the crime of giving someone money or something else or value, often illegally to pressure that person to do something you want. Okay, there are 5 types of bribery. First bribery will be bribery of public official, and then bribery by a witness, bribery by a foreign official, and bank bribery in sporting contests. First of all, bribery of public official. Any public official who demands or receive or accept a bribe in exchange of orchestrating an illegal change in duties will be fined not more than 3 times the value of institute and imprisoned for no more than 15 years. The public official may also be prohibited from holding a political or government office in the United States. Conversely, anyone who offers a bribe to a public official will be fined and be imprisoned for no more than 2 years. Secondly, bribery by a witness. Any witness who demands, receive, or accepts a bribe in exchange for alternative testimony faces a fine of 3 times the value of the bribe or up to 15 years in prison, while anyone who bribes a witness faces a fine up to 2 years in prison. And then bribery of a foreign official. In 1977 in US, Congress passed the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act, which made it illegal for an American corporation to bribe a foreign government official with money or give its hope of lending or maintaining important business contacts. And then bank bribery. According to a Bank Bribery Amendment Act of 1985, the solicitation of an employee, director, etc. in any capacity in exchange of business and the acceptance of anything but the illegal salary wages and fees for anyone connected with bank's business are prohibited. And then bribery in sporting contest. A sporting official who accepts a bribe in exchange for a promise to fix a sporting event is guilty to bribery and may be punished under the Title 18 of the United States Code, Section 224. For example, if a referee is convinced or throwing a major sporting event, he will be fined, imprisoned for up to 5 years or both. And that's all from my part. I'll pass the next presenter.
Thank you, Lashni. I'm Vaishnavi Balam. My matrix number is 1021. Now I'm going to continue the presentation with the third ethic risk regarding financial risks, which is money laundering. So, money laundering is the practice of making money that was gained through criminal means, such as smuggling weapons. Look at it is come from a legal business activity. Money laundering often involves in financial institution to make the money look as it is from a legal source. Instead of depositing a large sum of money all at once at the bank, money launderers will deposit a small sum over time to avoid drawing attention. Money earned illegally may be taken to a country where money laundering laws aren't strictly enforced, but it often requires smuggling cash across national borders. There are 3 steps in money laundering. First one is placement, second layering, third one is integration. Placement is referred to intro to the dirty money in a financial system by depositing it to a bank or using it for a business. Layering is you are using a tricky accounting method to contract the source of the money. Third one is integration. This is where the dirty money make its way back into economical as legal form. One common way to launder money is to set up a legal business called a fraud and pay each day's earning. This business merge the illegal fund with the business legals fund to contract the sources of the dirty money. Next, the presentation will continue with how ethical issue can be mitigated. First, scam. Please keep in mind, do not give your personal or financial information in response to a request that you didn't expect from a legitimate organization on call you, email you, or text you to ask your personal information like your security codes, bank account number, credit card number, IC number, at all. If you get an email or text message from a company you do a business with and you think it is real, it's still best not to click on any link they have sent. Instead, contact them, use a website you know it is trustworthy, or look up for their phone number directly. Don't call the number they given you or from the number you get from caller ID. Second, resist the pressure to act immediately. Legitimate business will give you a time to make a decision. Anyone who pressures you to pay or give them your personal information is a scam. Other than that, know how scammers tell you to pay. Never pay someone who insists you to pay with a gift card or by using a money transaction service, and never deposit a check and send money back to someone you didn't know. Other than that, stop immediately when you know something wrong, and immediately call someone and explain them to your situation to them, the person who you trust so much. Before you do something else, tell the person. They could be a family member, a friends, and neighbors. Tell about it, and may they help you. They could help you realize it is a scam. Thank you. That's all from me. Now I am passing to the next present.
Hello everyone, I am Kitana Snidurai, and then my metric number is 08DPI19F1024. Today I am gonna present about how bribery ethical issues can be mitigated. Okay, bribery. First one, update anti-bribery and anti-corruption policies. Update anti-bribery and anti-corruption policies. Most UK businesses have adopted anti-bribery policies, but it's how they are implemented what will make a difference. Make sure staff understand your company rules and expectations around bribery and corruption. They need to what is not acceptable concerning gift, hospitality, donations, sponsorships, political donations. You need to provide regular bribery training to maintain the awareness. Second, conduct due diligence on all third parties. Anti-bribery laws also apply to all third parties. Example, any agents, intermediaries, consultants and associates and anyone else representing you or acting on your company behalf. You are responsible under the law for truly checking and verifying the parties. This means implementing adequate system and control ensure third parties are whom they claim to be have appropriate credentials and they are approved at the senior management level. And then the third one is report bribery and corruption concerns promptly. Okay, its staff have witnessed or suspect bribery. They need to know how and to whom to report it. They should be able to speak to their manager or report it via your company's established whistleblowing channels. It should also be made clear to employees that it's not their job to investigate their concern. They should leave the investigation to the appropriate channels instead. Bribery is a very significant problem that can result in huge fines for companies and individuals and even imprisonment. Don't let this be reality for your business. Okay, now how we can mitigate money laundering issues. Okay, first, improve searches with technology. It's increasingly difficult to separate serious potential threat from the manifold positives turning up in searches. There are a great number of alerts that have to be looked at in order to lay net over all the accounts you have in an institution. If we can reduce false positives, we can expand the scope of accounts to a more granular level and make reporting more effective. Using some form of technology such as AI to conduct constant searches can reduce some of the burden for AML officials, essential wearing out some false positive while expanding searches. With technology, you can look at a broader scope of alerts without having anyone physically going through all the time. It makes for better coverage while letting staff devote their efforts to accounts deserving time and attention. Second one is criminalization. Many governments, financial institutions and business impose controls to prevent money laundering. The first is criminalization by the government. The United Nations Convention Against Transnational Organized Crime has set forth guidelines that help governments to prosecute individuals involved in money laundering schemes. And then the third one is know your customers. Financial institutions must also have know your customers policies in place to help prevent money laundering. This involves monitoring the activity of clients and understanding the types of transactions that should raise red flags. Financial institutions are required to report suspicious activity to a financial investigation unit. Okay, last but not least, record management and software filtering. Financial institutions and business also keep detailed records of transactions and implement software that can flag suspicious activity. Customer data can be classified based on varying level of suspicious and transaction and denied if they meet certain criteria. That's all from me. Thank you.